Damian Forrest jumps against Michael Wardy. Eastern Kentucky controls the tip. Here's how the Colonels line up. This is the change in the starting lineup. Deshaun Jackson makes his first start of the year, the 12th different Colonel to start this season.
Yeah, going a little smaller, a lot of guards on the play. Keep your eye on the point guard, Beverly. He runs this offense and keeps the team on the same page.
And there's an EKU turnover. Jamari Blackman takes it away, misses the layup back the other way. Matt, your map to success for EKU on the road.
You got to find your shooters. This team loves to make threes. North Alabama doesn't give up a lot of threes. You got to find them, play your game, and then physical guard play. They really need to make it difficult on these North Alabama guards because that's where the majority of the offense comes from for the Lions.
Kurt Lewis on the drive. Here's North Alabama's starting lineup. Daniel DJ Ortiz makes his second consecutive start in place of Peyton Youngblood, who's out again for North Alabama. Ortiz fires from the corner. Damian Forrest deflects the rebound out of bounds. Matt, we just saw it from Eastern Kentucky. Made bucket right into the pressure.
Yeah, they're going to pick up the pressure. They're going to run tempo. They're going to get up and down the floor. They call themselves the most exciting 40 minutes in basketball, and they want to do that. And you see, for North Alabama, two big things tonight. You've got to get back to your defensive ways. ASUN teams are shooting over 50% right now against North Alabama. That's not their identity. And then you've got to over-communicate. There's going to be a lot of motion, a lot of transition, a lot of screens, a lot of cutting. You have to over-communicate on the defensive end against this Colonels team, or they will light you up from deep.
Lewis from the corner. He has all 5 of EKU's points to open up.
And the young man making the most of his start right there, staying open in the corner, ready to knock it down.
The freshman Daniel Ortiz rattles it in for North Alabama's first points.
And that's going to be a good sign for the Lions if Ortiz can find his rhythm early.
EKU, the top scoring offense in the ASUN, first in the nation in three-point attempts, third in the nation in three-pointers made. And there's a miss. Damian Forrest cleans up. That was Cooper Robb on the drive-in.
And great one-on-one defense by Jamari Blackman right there.
Forrest inside the mismatch, misfires.
North Alabama's gotten some great looks. That just missed it right there. That's a good hook shot from Dame Forrest.
Chapman, a rejection on the drive from Lewis. Brim the other way. Blackman on the follow.
Just total team effort right there by North Alabama. Chapman gets the great block, sprints out into transition, does C.J. Brim, and Jamari Blackman cleaning up the miss for his buddy. That's how you play team basketball. Coach Pujols challenged this team. Let's be a better version of ourselves today than we were yesterday.
Matt, we've had 8 total shots in the first 2.5 minutes. These are the top 2 teams in the ASUN in terms of getting shots up.
Yeah, these 2 teams play fast. These are probably the fastest 2 playing teams in the ASUN, and so there's going to continue to be a lot of shot attempts. This is going to be a high possession ball game.
Another rejection for North Alabama. That time it's Damian Forrest pinning Kurt Lewis's shot back. Blackman attacks, circus layup, blocker charge. Looks like a block call. 2 free throws for Jamari Blackman coming up.
You can see right here, no hesitation from Jamari Blackman. I like when Jamari Blackman is decisive and he goes because he's so hard to guard. He's got a quick dribble crossover, as you just saw right there, and the defender Beverly just too deep to take the charge, and it leads to Jamari Blackman getting to the free throw line.
Jamari Blackman has played in every basketball game at the Division I level for North Alabama and Tony Pujols. Recently jumped into the school's top 10 on the scoring list, checking in at number 10. And what a year he has had. He has an extra year of eligibility now thanks to the COVID year a season ago.
Yeah, and he's taking advantage of every opportunity that Coach Pujols has given him. He's the pillar of this program. He came in as that out of Hoover, Alabama, and he's been that from day one of stepping on campus at North Alabama. Jamari Blackman, just an exquisite example of what a student athlete should be.
Fun matchup to watch. EKU, one of the top 3-point shooting teams in the nation. Well, North Alabama, there's another rejection. Damian Forrest the swat. Watch out. Isaac Chapman, bring it down.
Highlight reel right now going on for North Alabama because they are running the Colonels off the 3-point line and they are attacking in help defense, and that leads to the monster dunk from Isaac Chapman.
That was fun. Finishing that thought, Eastern Kentucky, the top 3-point shooting team. No team has hit 10 or more threes against North Alabama, something Eastern Kentucky has done in 12 of their 16 games.
It's going to be a battle of wheels tonight.
There's Jansen Williams inside. Williams had the mismatch on Jamari Blackman.
I like Jansen Williams a lot. He's an unselfish post player. He can cut, he can pass, he screens, he cuts hard. Especially when he screens, he's going to dive to the rim as hard as he can. And that's what allows some of these shots that Eastern Kentucky gets from the perimeter. When your big man dives and draws that much attention, it opens up the floor for the shooters.
EKU looking to break up an 8-0 North Alabama run. Dallas Howell checks in. Another missed shot underneath from Brown. Brown gets it back, and he's fouled on the second try.
How about Brown right there, not giving up on the play? He missed the shot. Howell got the rebound, but he swipes it and goes right back up with it through the contact. Brown, the tougher player on that possession, and he gets the reward.
Another key stat to watch, Eastern Kentucky, the top offensive rebounding team in the ASUN. And wouldn't you know it, North Alabama checking in at number 2. These two teams very similar when you look at the stat sheets.
Yeah, they're almost mirrored examples of each other, about the same size, same pace of play, same coaching styles. These coaches, both head coaches, are going to be up and down the sidelines. They're in it with their guys. It's going to be a fun game. I've had this one circled on the calendar for a while, the first one between the two schools, and just the way they play. It's an exciting style of basketball to watch.
Ortiz attacks, adjusts. Oh, the freshman, such a tough finish.
And that was a great adjustment there to take the contact, extend his arm out to be able to get the layup.
There's a 3 try for the Colonels, just their second. That one won't fall, but another offensive putback for Brown.
Yeah, if you're North Alabama, you're going to have to box out because these Colonels are relentless on the offensive glass. And right now, Brown, he's kept this game tied for Eastern Kentucky just by getting on the offensive glass.
Ortiz, 3, too strong.
Everybody in this gym thought that was going in after his last layup.
Chance for the Colonels to reclaim the lead. Cookshank's 3, and there's the first make from downtown for the top 3-point shooting team in the ASUN.
And you hear the bench erupt into Cook. This team's unselfish.
Ortiz, Forrest can't quite get the follow. He's a little slow. He's okay as he gets up. Howell challenges
ball. Just basketball is, and the fraternity for these coaches and these athletes. It's really a tightly connected world, and it's always fun when they can come together, and I know it's good for his family to be able to see him coach tonight.
Devontae Blanton goes 1 of 2 from the line. Jamari Blackman fires and connects.
Great offense there by North Alabama. Got the cut, skip pass from Isaac Chapman was right in the shooting pocket of Jamari Blackman for that easy 3 ball.
Matt, the pace of this game, this has been fun.
Yeah, it's fast, and it's going to stay fast. These two teams aren't going to use the shot clock too much.
There's the second make from downtown. Michael Moreno drills it.
That's what Moreno does. He's just going to catch it, and if he's got any space, it's going up, and more than likely it's going in.
A deflection. We haven't mentioned it. Eastern Kentucky forces 19.4 turnovers per game. It's one of the top marks in the nation. Will Susi misfires. 4th most turnovers forced. 3rd most 3-pointers made. That one misfired from Brown.
And that's how Eastern Kentucky wants to play. Let's force the ball, force turnovers, run down the floor, make threes.
Blackman feeling it, misses. Strong rebound from Blanton.
We talked about Blanton in the pregame. You can see he's a big wing, he's physical, he's strong, and that's why these guards, they can take advantage of the North Alabama guards if they use their physicality to their advantage.
Brown finds a path, but he misses the layup.
Good job by Will Susi to contest that without fouling for North Alabama.
Susi takes it all the way and gets the roll.
How about the kiss right there? Off the glass, got the shooter's roll into the net for Will Susi.
Spin from Brown. Blackman pesters. Tell you what, Brown sticks with it. He can't get the finish. And EKU gets it back thanks to Williams. And North Alabama, it's Chapman collecting it off the bounce. Blackman, time to dial it up, left it short. The 6'9" Williams came out for it. Might have altered it.
And credit to Blanton right there, diving on the floor for the loose ball, securing this possession for the Colonels.
Brown, that time he's able to finish it.
That's the good thing about plus minuses right there. Blanton, that's going to be a plus on his because he got that extra possession, and Brown's able to get the easy layup right there. I really like Brown's game. He's so strong with the basketball, doing a great job getting to the rim and getting a 4-point lead now for Eastern Kentucky.
Matt, the EKU pressure right there, 15 seconds on the shot clock. North Alabama's just getting into the offense.
And that's a win for Eastern Kentucky.
Brim misses, and another miss cleaned up by Devontae Blanton. Blanton second on the team in scoring. Oh, what a dime underneath. Cisse able to poke it away from Moreno.
Great recovery by Pop Cisse because he was beat on the play by Blanton.
Blackman trying to dump off, taken away by Williams. Brown challenges Chapman, and Chapman able to alter it.
Chapman is a really good shot blocker, and right there he was in the head of Brown from the beginning.
C.J. Brim fights in for that one.
You have to love the effort of C.J. Brim. If you've watched North Alabama or this is your first time, you just keep watching number 11 in white, and you will fall in love with how he plays the game of basketball. He plays so hard, full of heart and passion, and it shows in how he attacks the rim.
Listed at 5'9", and he's averaging 3.5 rebounds per game. Susie with a swipe and a takeaway.
This North Alabama team's being aggressive.
Chapman right to the rack, finger roll. Timeout taken by Coach Hamilton. Eastern Christian Academy team. Scott County went on to win the tournament. Both coaches remembering the game. Both had complimentary things to say. I mean, talk about the connections in this ball game.
Yeah, and the state of Florida high school basketball is really connected. And growing up for Coach Hamilton, playing down there in that tournament, when you play in the City of Palms, you remember that's a big-time tournament.
And we got the big fella inside. Forrest defending against Iron Bennett. Coach Hamilton said, you know, Coach Pujols' team back in 1998 was very similar to the college teams he's had as well. Look at the spin move in the finish from Damian Forrest. Defense on one end, rewarded with the offense.
Stop and pop by Forrest right there.
Cooper Robb, the step back. Forrest takes a tumble, and here's Ortiz with it. Chapman spots up, leaves it short.
For North Alabama, you got to take advantage right there. Anytime you can run Robb off the three-point line and get him to take a two, you need to score on that play.
Bennett sends it the other way. Point of emphasis the last couple of seasons, it feels like, for the big fellas setting screens.
Yeah, those big fellas, you got to be still. You got to make sure you set the screen, but also part of the emphasis and where the team's got to adjust is the guards. Wait for your big fella to get set. Don't set him up for failure. Let him get his feet set, then come off that screen.
Ortiz stripped by Cooper Robb.
Great job by Robb there to make the adjustment and get that stop.
Lewis attacks. Ran into traffic. He'll try to get it at the free throw line.
Man, Lewis is aggressive. He's relentless when he gets the basketball. Great job here. He's just going to get to the middle. Will Susie opens up his hips as the defender when you have him on the side. You want to keep your hips pointed towards the baseline. When you open up, you're defeated, and that's what happened right there.
Lewis redshirted 2 seasons ago. Redshirt freshman year, averaged 11 points, 5 rebounds. Missed the Central Arkansas game. Scored 12 points against Bellarmine. And Matt, when you look at Eastern Kentucky's roster, they're full of guys with great experience.
Yeah, they have a ton of playing experience, and experience is the best teacher, and you can tell that's why this team trusts each other, and they play so well together up and down the lineup. They know what each guy can do, and they stay on the same page.
It's going to be a long conference season. Of course, the circumstances, every team in America is battling right now with COVID. And then the ASUN's just so tight. Eastern Kentucky, they're going to make a name for themselves soon enough. Forrest inside, and he gets that one to drop.
Great touch by Forrest. He makes the stop and pop. Now he's in rhythm for North Alabama.
Largest lead of the game for North Alabama. There's another offensive rebound. Cooper Robb getting in there. Coach Hamilton saying of Robb, he just brings toughness. Talking about a 3-sport athlete in high school, and he was all-state in all 3.
Yeah, he's a great athlete. You can tell he's a smart young man, plays the game the right way. And right there, he's just the more aggressive player on the floor, and he gets that offensive rebound for his team. part of these offensive rebounds for Eastern Kentucky is long shots or long rebounds.
And a rare EKU turnover. The Colonels, one of the tops in the ASUN in terms of protecting the rock. It's their 4th turnover early in this one.
Yeah, North Alabama's disruptive. We talked about the physical guard play for Eastern Kentucky, but the quickness of North Alabama is where they become so disruptive for a lot of teams. You don't see a lot of this quickness like you will when you play North Alabama.
You know, North Alabama's 2nd in the ASUN in turnovers forced, just another area where these two teams almost mirror each other. The freshman Ortiz trying to make a play, gives it right back.
That's just a case right there, doing a little too much. Just let the offense come to you. When North Alabama can get into their motion offense, when they can spread it out and get a guy to cut, come off those ball screens, Eastern Kentucky has struggled to guard in the half court.
3 early makes from 3 from the top 3-point shooting team in the ASUN. Extra pass from Robb, kept alive. Beverly left open. Oh, he pops it.
You saw that one coming from Jansen Williams, extra effort, diving on the floor, getting that tip. The one extra pass was coming, and Beverly is money when that extra pass hits his hands.
Coach Hamilton told us we need to play together. He'll use that segment right there in film to show that togetherness. And back the other way, you get the tray ball, then you draw the charge. That was Kurt Lewis stepping up.
No question, and this is part of that together thing too. Watch Lewis, he's right here. He's gonna step into help side, get outside the charge circle, and draw the contact on CJ Brim. Great job by Lewis to get over and help side. Scouting personnel right there, knowing he didn't have a shooter, he could step over and take that charge.
We've had 3 lead changes. We've been tied up 5 times. This has been a great half of basketball thus far.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun right here, and I imagine it's going to be this way.
Blanton into Susie, going back the other way. The two teams exchanging the charges. 2028's the 4th year of the school's Division I transition, 4th and final year. Season ago, made it to the ASUN Tournament Championship. This year picked 9th in the preseason poll.
Yeah, and this team is very dangerous. You can't sleep on them just because they were picked 9th.
There's a turnover. Susie loses it. Feels like Jansen Williams has had his hands on a couple.
Jansen Williams is a really smart player. He's aggressive. He just knows the game of basketball. You can tell he's just reading plays. It's almost like he knows what's going to happen before it happens, and he's willing to make whatever play possible for the Colonels to win.
Colonels 4 of 8 from downtown. Shot clock at 5. Lewis, ball loose. Figueroa to the floor. Shot clock violation. North Alabama defending.
Great job by North Alabama. You're talking about a team that plays with pace, just got a shot clock violation. That's excellent team defense by North Alabama. Great job, Omar Figueroa checking into the game, being disruptive, getting on the floor, and getting that turnover for North Alabama.
For a young freshman like Omar Figueroa, that's the way to keep yourself in the lineup.
That's how you get the trust of your coaching staff right there. When you defend at a high level, you hustle, you do the small things that lead to winning, you get more minutes.
EKU into a zone look right here.
Yeah, they don't play a lot of zone.
Figueroa trying to shoot it out. Fighting for the rebound. Let's see here. Eastern Kentucky gets it back.
And going zone for Eastern Kentucky is a matchup thing. They've got 4 guards on the floor around Williams. This is just to allow them to be a little more flexible defensively, get them moving, try to slow down the attack of North Alabama. The pace has been very, very hectic, and North Alabama's comfortable with that in Flowers Hall, so I like the zone look there from Coach A.W. Hamilton.
Despite the great numbers EKU has put up, Coach Hamilton telling us, oh, what a glide in. Kurt Lewis slams it home.
Lewis made that look easy, rolling through the air right there, and then throws it down at the rim. Lewis has been the bright spot, up to 8 points now for the Colonels.
Blackman in trouble. Jump ball. Or did we get a timeout? Possession arrow to North Alabama.
They're going to call a 10-second violation.
10 seconds.
Yes.
Good catch.
Shot clock had gotten to 20. You see it there on the screen. You got 10 seconds to get it across. The officials don't count anymore. They're watching the shot clock. So as soon as it hit 20, they blew the whistle. 10-second backcourt violation. Excellent job by the press of Eastern Kentucky to get the ball back.
To finish the thought, Coach Hamilton telling us, hey, we're putting up great numbers, but we're still not playing to the best of our capabilities right now.
No, it's because a lot of the roster changes, a lot of dudes in and out. They haven't been able to get their rhythm down and be on the same page and get that chemistry going. That's why this is going to be a scary team come ASUN tournament play in March.
North Alabama showed it a season ago. March Madness, it's who's hot. The Lions entered as the 5 seed, 6 seed, one of those, made it to the ASUN Tournament Championship. Here's Damian Forrest is fouled in. Excuse me, they were the 5 seed last year.
Yeah, and Eastern Kentucky can definitely, both of these teams can be that team. If they're at the bottom, nobody at the top is going to want to play these teams in a tournament setting with the way that they move around defensively and then the pace they push. But with both teams also, especially Eastern Kentucky's shooting abilities, that's just a tough tournament matchup.
Damian Forrest at the line. The big fella, an excellent free throw shooter, 14 of 17 on the season. It normally doesn't go together, post player free throw shooter.
Yeah, but Forrest works on it. He's a relentless worker. He and Coach Ahmad Smith have a great relationship. He's always working on his craft, and he understands these points matter.
6.1 rebounds per game, and he's quietly 4th in the league in rebounds per game.
Forrest really has a quiet game for a big guy. He's not going to do anything flashy. He doesn't really play above the rim a whole lot. He just plays really hard, anchors his team in the paint, and does what he needs to do as a big fella.
Oh, backdoor feed. Lewis can't finish it, though.
Beautiful basketball right there. Lewis just got too much at the rim.
Figueroa, floater. He called bank.
Little bank shot action on a Tuesday night. Great job by Figueroa in transition. That's what North Alabama loves to do. Get in transition, get to the middle of the paint.
And Cookshank goes right back the other way.
Cookshank, both times he's checked in, made a couple quick buckets.
Forrest calling for it, and he misses on the wild shot.
Good job by Williams to defend that right there. It looked like Forrest had the advantage.
3-ball launched and a foul call. Three shots coming for Cooper Robb.
Good job by Robb to kind of use Williams there in transition and get Figueroa behind the screen. Figueroa's got to fight over that. Run Robb off the three-point line.
What a boost Cooper Robb was a season ago. UNC Charlotte transfer. Taking an even bigger step forward this season. We get 2 more free throws, then we'll get the subs in. Hey, we'll get you in, guys.
Can't blame them for being excited. They're ready to go.
Pace of this game, everybody wants to play.
Yeah, this kind of game, you almost need to let it be like a hockey game. Just let them check them in and out and let them keep going. And it might actually help the pace, keep it rolling.
Line changes. Robb goes 2 of 3 from the line. Eastern Kentucky, 2-point cushion as C.J. Brim re-enters. Both coaches playing a lot of players in this ball game. Chapman drives in, finishes in one.
Great job by North Alabama there, attacking the press, being a little more patient with it, but then Chapman, he's one-on-one, and as a high flyer like he is, that contact from Ballingun is nothing for him. Easy and one for number 12 for North Alabama.
Isaac Chapman, 6 points, 4 rebounds, and is this perhaps the kind of game North Alabama's been waiting on out of Chapman?
Yeah, he's also got 2 blocks on the defensive end. He's doing a little bit of everything. He's a leader for this team as well, very quiet, but the guys trust him. When he speaks, they listen, and now his game needs to continue to back it up.
Tied up at 29. Cookshank misses the 3, and here's North Alabama's chance to reclaim the lead. Deflection finds its way back to Brim. Brim fires it up. Look at these players battling. Brown sprinting. Extra pass inside. C.J. Brim, 5'9", mixing it up underneath with the 6'10" Balagun. And Brim gets it back for North Alabama.
Just excellent effort. Look at the little guy in there with Ballingun, trying to get the pass up in the air. He was trying to get it high like bigs are supposed to do, but C.J. Brim wins that battle right there. You know, Benjamin Ray, watching this game, you can tell both of these teams are desperate to not be 0-3. They are so hungry for that ASUN win, and both of these teams are just leaving it all on the floor right now.
All right, stat keepers out there, find me guards under 5'9" that get more rebounds per game than C.J. Brim. Will Susie stays with it. Circus shot, Houdini.
When you're playing hard, sometimes things just fall the way you need them to fall, and that's what happened for Will Susie right there.
Moreno challenges Susie back the other way, and the ball finds itself right back to Cookshank, right place, right time.
Yeah, Cookshank now up to 7 points. He's doing a good job sparking his team coming in off the bench.
Blackman takes the tumble, turns it over.
A lot of contact there on that drive leads to the Blackman fall.
Brown's drive in. He gets the English off the glass.
And great adjustment by Brown. He knew Blackman was going to be coming over the top, so he goes underneath to be able to get the layup there on the drive. Nice job there by Brown, who now up to 9 points for the Colonels.
31 shots for EKU, 27 for North Alabama. Matic drives in, sneaks it in. He'll get a
basketball. It's been a really fun game.
North Alabama, the top free throw shooting team in the ASUN. 4 of 6 after that miss. Score remains tied up. Final 2:50, ball loose. Matic comes away with it. Ortiz the pull-up. Cisse, the freshman, offensive rebound. There's his putback.
That was a strong rebound by Cisse. Grabbed it with 2 hands, got to his right shoulder, left-hand hook, which is his money shot. Great job there by Cisse. He's been active checking in for the Lions so far. Got him a steal right there, big offensive rebound.
Cookshank the feed, extra pass. 3 ball from the corner. Missed by Lewis. Ortiz attacking. Oh, he's fearless.
That was a great decision by Ortiz. Last couple of times he's pulled up, hasn't been able to knock down that pull-up. So just keep going. See if they're going to stop you and get an easier shot at the rim.
Big stretch. North Alabama up 4 right here.
And it's the defensive intensity for the Lions. They've picked it up. They're talking on the defensive end. They're forcing tough shots.
Cookshank leaves inside and a great, no! Oh my gosh, how did that not go in for Kurt Lewis?
I really thought that was in. That's a tough break for that young man.
Matic running, Susie up ahead for the layup.
Matic making the most of his minutes right now. He hadn't gotten a lot of minutes this year. Checks in tonight, got the and one. He's gotten a big steal, and right there, a good assist to Will Susie for 2 points to extend this North Alabama lead.
Tony Poolhole getting great minutes from his bench, but there's the veteran Braxton Beverly with a big answer for EKU.
Beverly just doesn't get rattled.
Brim, options, keeps and misses. Williams collects his 4th rebound. Brown drives in, he kisses it off the glass.
And Brown knew what he was doing right there the whole time in transition. You could tell he was calculated, he was measured, he was ready to get to the rim, and he does so.
UNA's 6-point lead, largest of the game, down to 1 now. Final minute of the first half. Susie loses it, could not get his handle back. And here's EKU's chance to leapfrog back out in front.
When you drive on EKU, they're going to stick their hands in there. They're going to dig down. They're going to just stunt at you and make it tough and see if they can get a deflection like they got right there. And so these North Alabama guards, that's part of that physical play. A lot of times when you hear physical guard play, you think bang in, it's got to be physical. No, you just got to make North Alabama think by using your body, using your feet. And right there, you get a deflection and an extra possession.
EKU could go 2 for 1. Cookshank pulls up from the elbow. High miss. Look at Rob soaring in. Ball loose. Ortiz to the floor. Jump ball, the call, and the Colonels get it back.
2 bench points right now for the Colonels.
Let's see what Coach Hamilton drew up.
You're going to see some motion. You're going to get these shooters back out on the perimeter. You know he's going to be looking for a 3-ball first if he can get one.
Beverly runs it down to 10. Shot clock at 6. Beverly away from the screen. The kick out. 1. No shot attempt. Look.
If not, have the shooters on the wing ready for a catch.
Brim has 6. Defender tumbles. Ortiz, 3-ball. Rebound.
A 1-point lead against the Colonels.
Daytona's not until February, but we're playing at a NASCAR pace right now. North Alabama, 35 shots. Eastern Kentucky, 36 shots. Backdoor cut. Brim has to pass out. Ortiz opens the half with a tray ball.
Great offense by North Alabama. They got the cut. They had the drive by C.J. Brim, who had nobody on that side of the floor, but he drew all the help. Unselfish in nature, leads to the 3.
Oh, there's the backdoor cut. Cooper Robb navigating, finds his way in for 2.
Don't label Robb as just a shooter, because just as soon as you do, that's what he does. He cuts behind you, gets a layup.
North Alabama was just 1 of 9 from 3 in that first half. The freshman Ortiz has 9. Forrest, the nice spin move, somehow gets it back. He goes back underneath, and that's a charge taken by Jansen Williams. Forrest disgusted.
Yeah, Forrest can't really believe that. He didn't really think he led into him. The defender was set. You're going to see it here. Great offensive rebound. Williams is set. Williams didn't start the first half, started the second half, and that's no shocker. He brought some great hustle when he checked in.
Chance for EKU to tie or take the lead. We've had 9 lead changes. 10 times we were tied in that first half. Extra pass inside. Williams gives it back.
Yeah, Eastern Kentucky's, they use their off arm a lot. They're a real physical team, but just too much right there on the hook by Williams, according to the official.
What are they looking for there?
What they're looking for is when you use your off arm as a hook, you impede the movement of the defender. The defender has just as much right to the space as you do, but when you hook, he can't get to that space. It's an offensive advantage. It's no different than running through or pushing off with the off arm, and so that's why they call that hook with the off arm.
North Alabama looks to extend the lead. That's C.J. Brim on the pull-up.
A little bit helter-skelter right there. C.J. Brim falling off balance, but was able to knock it down.
EKU quickly back the other way. Kurt Lewis right to the rim.
Great job by Lewis to attack in transition, but he rolled his ankle there. It'll be something to watch. Hope that young man's okay because he's been dynamic tonight.
Jamari Blackman, 7 points in the first half, pulls up. Forrest surges in for the offensive rebound. That was a takeaway almost on the putback.
Yeah, just all effort right there by Dame Forrest, the young man, just using his jump at the right time too. A lot of that is high basketball IQ, knowing when to go get it.
What a slash, what a finish. Kurt Lewis and 1.
Kurt Lewis, man, you have to love the way this young man plays. Just explosive to the rim. He knew Isaac Chapman was coming. He didn't matter. He stayed focused. He took the contact, showed his physical strength, and was able to knock it down to extend his point total now to 12, possibly 13 with the free throw.
One of 2 Colonels into double figures.
And what I like about Lewis and his reputation, you talk about scouting reports. People talk about, they know Lewis wants to come in and affect the game. When you have that reputation, that's a big deal.
Blackman's step back, that's his shot, can't knock it down. Another chance for the Colonels to square things up. Beverly for the lead.
It's a good shot from Beverly, a little quick. His 2 threes he's made in the game came later in possessions. Work the offense, let it come back to you.
C.J. Brim, and we've cooled off just a little bit here. Forrest called for the foul as Williams collected the rebound.
You're going to see Williams just doing a great job high, going up, getting the basketball high. Must have landed on Forrest. Forrest had his hands up, but the contact must have been underneath on the body. Tough to see there behind it. I didn't see it real time either, but the official was standing right there.
After the blistering start to this game, it feels like this second half has been a little slow.
Yeah, the defenses have really ramped up. You've seen a lot of ball pressure from both teams, and when you have that ball pressure, the ball handler can't move it as quickly as we saw in the first half.
Robb, the feed, stripped. Forrest saves it for North Alabama.
Newcomers Ortiz and Forrest teaming up right there for North Alabama.
Ortiz into the body of Rob, misses. Chapman, and there's a charge call. Is that on Ortiz?
They get Isaac
Chapman, excuse me.
Yeah, they're going to get Chapman. You're going to see it here. This is going to be a great angle right here. Watch him just reach over Beverly. You can jump up. You can go for that rebound. You can't reach over. Once he reached over, that's going to lead. Coach Pujols wanted the foul on the shot with Ortiz, but that was the no call. That's part of the emphasis, too. You're going to see a lot more no calls on plays at the rim where it looks like the defender's trying to draw a charge. If the official's unsure, they've been told, let it be a no call unless it's obvious.
And Isaac Chapman in foul trouble, 3 fouls. He has 6 points, 4 rebounds, a couple of blocks as well. Maybe a bigger difference on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's a dynamic defender, and losing him is going to be a big deal for both teams. So who can step up for North Alabama? But if you're Eastern Kentucky, can you take advantage? You're continuing to own the glass. You need to extend that with Chapman on the bench.
Williams well off the mark. I'd like to know how many consecutive possessions we had in the first half with no points. We've had several here.
Definitely a slow start to this half.
Forrest gets inside, nifty footwork as he lays that one in.
That was great patience right there by Forrest. Used his feet to his advantage, and Coach Pujols claps his hands, 2 fist bumps to his team. Guard. He is screaming at his team to pick it up and stay aggressive on the defensive end.
There's 2 things you'll hear Tony Pujols yell during games: guard and compete.
Yeah, if you do that, that's all Coach Pujols wants you to do.
Rob gets on the block, fires over C.J. Brim.
I just love Rob's steadiness, man. You just can't rattle him. He just keeps attacking, stays coming. Even though his offense hasn't gotten a lot of shots tonight, he's staying aggressive.
Not as much pressure from Eastern Kentucky off made shots here in this second half. Ortiz sneaks his way to the rim.
Ortiz looked like he was going to lose his footing on the drive, but he's a strong young man. Used his core strength right there to get his feet back under him and make that layup, using the rim to his advantage to get on the other side.
A deflection and a turnover. Beverly gets it back. Susie in the passing lane. 2 teams mirroring one another. Ortiz. Oh! Daniel Ortiz, remember that name.
Cash Money in the corner for the freshman. Great job by North Alabama getting the turnover, racing out, finding the open man, and Ortiz waking up Flowers Hall here in the second half.
He's up to 14 points. The lead's at 7 for North Alabama. Largest of the game. Offensive putback. Blanton was there.
Great job by Blanton to get over there and get that offensive rebound.
Ortiz is feeling it. He has 8 in this second half. Blackman drives.
Job of just running their offenses. The pace is picked back up. These teams are comfortable in transition, and that's where we're seeing a lot of these points.
EKU 5 of 8 in this second half, but the Colonels are 0 of 2 from 3. Hookshank can't sneak it in. Ortiz, he's had the hot hand this second half. Finally, Blanton comes away with the rebound.
Smart play there by Blanton. Didn't have numbers. Pull it back out. See if you can get a good offensive attack here.
Cookshank inside. Tough finish.
Cookshank is such a good offensive player. He can score at all 3 levels. Really known for being a shooter, but he can put the ball on the floor. He's scored at the rim a few times tonight.
Look at him clapping his hands there, ready to defend. Ortiz fires. The freshman has 16.
And that's why Daniel Ortiz is a good offensive player. Missed his last 3. Don't force that one. Get you another easy shot.
And there's the first 3 of this second half. Michael Moreno swishes it in.
And Moreno is just a dynamic shooter. And right there, nobody in North Alabama communicates. They lose him in transition, and he makes them pay.
Matic looks to answer. Snipes it from the corner.
And how about that for the Serbian? Checking in. He played good minutes in the first half. The team trusts him, buries the 3.
That three ball short. Moreno couldn't make it two in a row.
Fortunate break for the Lions right there. Moreno's not going to miss too many like that.
Susie has time to line it up. Will Susie, the flex afterwards.
Susie is an energy plug for this team, and making threes is an added benefit to that. He's having to step up with Peyton Youngblood not playing tonight for North Alabama, and he's doing a great job with his activity, and that's a huge three for the Lions.
The North Alabama bench, 18 points so far. Susie a strip as Blanton drives in. Susie gets it back.
And the savviness to find Ortiz.
Ortiz right to the...
Be his coming out party, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 2 steals. But then you look down the line, you got Will Susie, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Alexa Modic, 5 huge points. Pop Cisse's gotten involved on the defensive end. These guys are stepping up in a big way.
Montic might have had a block there on Cookshank. North Alabama defending, scoring.
Yeah, North Alabama's forced 5 turnovers this half by Eastern Kentucky, and to turn those into 7 points. That's why they've been able to extend the lead here.
And a turnover on the inbound. That's the 15th EKU turnover.
And those mistakes are going to start to mount up, especially on the road. You can't continue to turn the ball over. Eastern Kentucky, you're such a good shooting team. You're shooting the ball at a high rate, especially even in this half. You're shooting almost 60%. Take care of the ball, you're going to get points.
Shooting 53% in the second half, and you're down 10.
Well, it's because you're not getting stops either. North Alabama's shooting 62.5%.
Right on cue, there's a stop. Turnover. Up ahead. North Alabama able to get back. Brown able to step back. Forrest says, get back, man.
Forrest bailed out Ortiz, who jumped on the pump fake.
Ortiz behind the back. Susie underneath. Took it away from Balagun. Jump ball, EKU gets it back. Man, it's a 10-point ball game, but it might as well be another tie game right now.
Yeah, and it feels like the intensity of a tie game. Look at these guys battle down there, and this has been going on all game. If you've been watching this game, if you just tuned in, I'm telling you, these two teams have probably been this has probably been the hardest playing game I've seen all year. These two teams are really getting after it. The coaching staff's got their guys ready to go.
Cookshank thought about the three. EKU, 6 threes in the ball game. Step back 2 for Moreno, won't fall. Forrest can't quite get it. Williams gets the second chance. Cookshank's 3 short, and a third try for the Colonels. Third time's the charm. What a finish from Cookshank.
Cookshank's had 2 or 3 of those now, just tough finishes at the rim. He's up to 11 points now. Another Colonel in double figures. That's 3 now for Eastern Kentucky.
3 for EKU, 2 for North Alabama. Some great individual efforts. Forrest inside, short.
Good look. He's made a couple of those tonight, but Forrest couldn't get it to go.
Brown, his drive. Offensive rebound. Moreno with the hustle points.
Moreno's doing a great job here in the second half. He's now up to 8 points. He's being aggressive on the offensive end, and he's keeping Eastern Kentucky in this game.
Ortiz, 3 ball. And for EKU, the offense is starting on the defensive end.
Yeah, anytime you can get stops, it's going to spark your offense. And for EKU on the road, now needing to mount a comeback, every stop matters.
Jackson's 3 ball. High miss. Williams being a monster on the offensive glass.
Williams is now up to 7 rebounds in the game.
He got the offensive rebound, can't knock down the 3. Offensive rebound, and finally Brown is fouled.
The momentum has completely shifted in this building too. Just 2-3 minutes ago, it was all North Alabama. These fans were into it. They had a 10-point lead. North Alabama has now gone 2 minutes, 43 seconds without scoring, and it's quiet in here, and Eastern Kentucky has just continued to battle, continued to approach this. Like you said, Williams, 8 rebounds. He has no points, but he is affecting the game in a real way.
Jamar Brown at the line to shoot 2. Isaac Chapman back in with his 3 fouls.
And Brown was really good for Eastern Kentucky early. I know he's going to want to see this free throw go, get back into his rhythm. Struggling a little bit from the field, but he's been a good offensive player here for Eastern Kentucky. Got him going at the start.
Colonels have cut the deficit in half. Montic just hit from there, left it short, follows his own miss, feeds off to Cisse, and the young freshman is fouled.
Just great heads-up play by Alexa Montic right there. Don't give up on the play. See it bouncing. Look at him sneak in there, rip it away. Unselfish to pop Cisse Cutton, who's going to get the dunk. Smart by Cookshank to get that foul right there and not give up an and one.
Pop Cisse, a true freshman from Senegal, to the line.
And any offense you can get from Pop Cisse is a benefit for this North Alabama team. I know what Coach Pujol wants Cisse to do is defend at a high level and rebound. North Alabama continuing to lose the battle on the glass tonight, but right now they still have a 5-point lead.
North Alabama, the top free throw shooting team in the ASUN, struggling at the line in this one. 4 of 8 from the charity stripe now. Brown goes to work. There's the reverse.
Just one-on-one basketball, and Brown wins the battle right there. Does a great job, goes baseline, knowing there's no help side. Gets to the other side of the rim. That's been the adjustment. North Alabama's shot blockers normally come on that strong side.
Blackman can't get it across. No, call for a double dribble. Brown was pestering.
We've seen this run and jump man press give North Alabama troubles tonight. These guards are physical. That's right there. That's the key of the game we were talking about. Be physical, make it tough. These North Alabama guards, the offense runs through them. And so when you can be physical, you slow down the offense and you frustrate their approach.
7-0 run for EKU after North Alabama grabbed that 10-point advantage. The Lions have missed 4 straight with 3 turnovers. 3 would be huge for the Colonels. There's the pull-up from Lewis. Brim off and running. Brim, maximum effort, stripped by Beverly. And Braxton Beverly, a nice job of getting back.
Yeah, great job by Beverly, not only to get back, but to defend that without fouling. That had a foul written all over it, and he was so smart, used his hands at the right time to get that deflection. Great hustle by Beverly to get back in transition.
Brim drives in, can't get the floater. Another opportunity for EKU. Just trying to tie this game up with a 3. Beverly for the tie, there it is.
Great use of the ball screen. Beverly was tight off of Williams, and he gave him enough space to hit a huge 3, tie the game, and the bench for the Colonels erupts.
EKU answers North Alabama's 10-0 run with a 10-0 run of their own. Ortiz, the freshman, misses, and the Colonels will look for the lead. Beverly on Blackman. There's the foul call, trying
muscle a little bit. For Eastern Kentucky, you've battled all the way back. You were down 10. Now you're up 2, just showing some real resolve here on the road. These two teams have really battled, but these next couple minutes, which defense can step up and get more stops?
12-0 run for the Colonels since North Alabama took that 10-0 run of their own. 6 straight misses for UNA. Who can find the offense for North Alabama? Brim down to 7. Brim pulls up. Loose ball foul. Looks like this is going against North Alabama.
Yeah, the official corrected himself. He pointed the wrong way originally, but then he's going to give it to Will Susie here on the rebound. You're going to see Susie come in.
So we'll shoot free throws back the other way. Blanton at the line. 1-1 opportunity for EKU. Playing an 82% free throw shooter, hits the first. And the Colonels turn the 10-point deficit into a 4-point advantage off a 14-0 run now.
And if you're North Alabama, you just need to settle in right here, run your offense, get yourself a good shot. You just need to see one go through the basket.
Chapman drives in. Feeds off to Dame. Misfires, gets it back. Forrest underneath, sticks with it, breaks up the drought for North Alabama.
Great job by Forrest to stick with it and break the drought for North Alabama. If you're Eastern Kentucky, you've been so good on the boards, that's one you got to clean up right there.
Rob, look at the athleticism. Leaves off to Williams, who gets the finger roll to fall.
And for Williams, that's his first field goal of the game.
Look at Williams getting it back. Unfortunately, he was out of bounds.
Great hustle from the big fella. Most big fellas in the backside of the press don't normally come up in coverage like that, but a great job by Jansen Williams to get that turnover.
A.W. Hamilton has to be loving his team's effort here in this second half. Blackman navigates in. Blackman, corner. Susi, offensive rebound, ran out of real estate.
And that's one you're okay with if you're North Alabama. Susi doing a great job crashing in there. That was great offense from North Alabama. A couple driving kicks, got to their spots. You get an open Jamari Blackman in the corner. He just couldn't get it to go, and the North Alabama offense is just cold right now.
Lions won for their last 10. It's a 16-2 run for EKU. The Colonels started this run down 10.
And the pace has slowed down, and Eastern Kentucky has gotten into their motion offense, and that motion offense will wear you down defensively.
Beverly dancing, misses. We got a shoeless player. Blackman trailing. North Alabama needs offense. Blackman works in, draws the foul.
You're going to see here, patient approach. He's going to get in, and then on the pass right there, the foul on the backside on Blanton. That's going to be his third personal now, and North Alabama will get it underneath.
I think the UNA bench wanted Jamari Blackman to fight for the shot instead of the pass.
Yeah, the North Alabama staff always wants Jamari Blackman to be aggressive offensively and look to get points. Anytime number 3 is scoring for UNA, it just gets the rest of the team going.
Matt, you look around out there, there's 10 guys. They're all breathing heavy. They're all battling, searching for that first ASUN win.
This is the game where the trainers and the strength coaches are going to earn their keep tomorrow, getting these guys recovered, their bodies back under them, because these legs are going to be wore out after tonight. These young men have represented their universities in the highest ways.
Brim inside, counting.
Yeah, these two teams are really working, doing a great job just competing, leaving it all out there for each other, understanding that first ASUN win, get that monkey off your back, and keep yourself in the top of the standings if you can.
EKU went on a big 16-2 run when they were down 10. It's now a 1-point game. Blackman, tough defense on Blanton, follows his miss. Players falling around. I think Devontae Blanton's set to go to the line here.
Yeah, just again, this is all hustle. You just see bodies flying. Forrest goes down and just starts, oh, takes a tough shot right there from Chapman on the fall.
Forrest took a tumble and an elbow.
Yeah, good to see that Forrest is okay. What a great night for him now. A double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds on the night for Damian Forrest. And here's why that foul is big. That's Isaac Chapman's 4th foul. So he's going to have to play smart. Coach Pujols trusting him right here, leaving him in 30 seconds away from immediate.
2-point ball game after the second free throw is missed. Can North Alabama tie it up right here? Brim falls. Forrest back inside. The left hand off the window. We're tied up again.
Great use of the glass right there by Forrest. Get it on the square. Let that square be your best friend. And North Alabama has tied this ball game.
Matt, you told me during the break you wish you could stand up. Go ahead and stand up, partner. This is a game. Turnaround. Williams.
These are the games just from back in the coaching days, man. You're tracking things on the bench, but you get lost in it, just the heat of the battle, conference play, championships on the line. And so, man, it's fun. It's exciting. You want to stand up and be in the action with them.
Ortiz can't put North Alabama back up.
Great find by Jamari Blackman in the half court to find his freshman running mate, Ortiz there, but Ortiz just couldn't knock it down for the Lions.
Then the Colonels go up 2. Williams heating up, misses that one. Fight for the rebound. It finally goes back to North Alabama. We're competing in Florence. 3:24 to go. Don't go anywhere. It's a 2-point ball game. It's early January, but it feels like March in Florence, Alabama. A.W. Hamilton, his team's got a 2-point lead with 3:24 to play. We've been tied up 12 times, 10 lead changes. North Alabama led by 10. The Colonels of EKU went on a big run. And here we go, the final push in Florence. Benjamin Ray and Matt Daniels on hand. The North Alabama offense has struggled to score. Here's Blackman, hand in his face, tough shot. It's Cooper Romp defending.
Yeah, that's a tough shot right there. Blackman known for that step back, but a great job by Rob to step into it, not be fooled by it, and contest that 2-point jumper.
Williams, he's knocked down a couple of shots of late, misses there. Strong rebound from Blackman. Blackman goes right to the rack. Williams a block, or is it a foul? They get him on the foul call. That sends Jamari Blackman to the line.
Yeah, you're going to see Williams come over here and help side. Great attack from Jamari Blackman, but it's the body contact there by Williams. He got the ball, but it's the body that sends Jamari Blackman to the free throw line. Great attack there by Jamari Blackman in transition. This North Alabama team has continued to push the pace when they can.
Jamari Blackman hit 21 straight free throws to open the season. He's up to 8 points now. Will Susie checks back in. He's been a hustle machine. 9 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists.
A lot of energy does Susie bring. He's constantly talking when he's on the floor too. Doing a great job, understands his role and stars in that role, and has really stepped up in a big way. North Alabama missing Peyton Youngblood tonight. Susie has stepped into that gap.
Tied up for the 13th time. 2.5 left. EKU's turn. Blanton goes to work. Runs over Chapman. Isaac Chapman might be the best in the nation at drawing charges.
He's so good at moving his feet because he's so athletic, and right there, that's what happened. Chapman just beats Blanton to the spot. Blanton's shoulder is ducked. You're going to see it right here. Watch Chapman explode. The duck of the shoulder by Blanton is what leads to him getting the charge call. If he stays vertical, they probably let that be a no call, and Blanton's probably going to make a 2-point shot.
North Alabama has not led in about 6 minutes. The freshman Ortiz, look at him go. Give him 20. North Alabama back on top.
I have no idea how Ortiz even got that up. That was excellent defense by Eastern Kentucky, but Ortiz with a little English and a kiss, and he gets a 2-point lead for the Lions.
2 minutes to go. Can the Colonels answer? Williams inside, rebound.
Screening action.
Blackman chases Beverly. Beverly spins. In trouble. Keeps it alive. Cookshank with 5. Cookshank forced to launch. Oh my goodness!
That was great defense by North Alabama and better offense by Mr. Cookshank for the Colonels, who puts the clutch in his veins and says, I'm going to knock this down on the road. What a big shot for number 0.
The 8th 3 of the game for the Colonels. EKU on top. Chapman in traffic. Ball loose. Susie loses it. North Alabama defended that last possession as well as you could have.
Yeah, that was perfect defense. Just Cookshank just made an extremely tough shot, and that's the way basketball goes sometimes.
EKU's turn yet again, a 1-point ball game.
And this is smart. Run the clock. Let Cookshank go to work.
Blanton, one-on-one on Susie. Pulls up with 4. Offensive rebound, Williams. The top offensive rebounding team in the ASUN with the biggest of the game right there.
And that's Williams' 10th rebound of the game. I know he's going to go home frustrated because he's 0 of 6 from the three-point line right now, but that right there is a winning play.
Second chance, down to 4. Cookshank, can he do it again? Fight for the rebound. No, that's a shot clock violation. Here,
three-point shooter. All kinds of shooters on the floor right now for North Alabama.
Here's Brim. CJ Brim attacking.
Dame forced deep to not give up an easy layup or the baseball pass.
Blanton gets it back. Blanton will take it. Blanton inside for the win.